Coming to you live here from Auckland. And today I wanted to speak with you about how your negative spiral is destroying your life and your business. For me, it was when I was working in my job, the most significant event I could think of is going back to when I decided that time was my biggest issue. I didn't have enough time to catch up with my staff. I didn't have enough time to do all the emails. I didn't have enough time to do anything. It was this big huge big dark cloud of I don't have enough time. I didn't have enough time to do anything. My inbox was coming in each day. There were more and more emails coming in. I was trying to deal with my emails, but they were coming in faster than what I could deal with them and faster than what I could get them back out. I had a team of engineers that I was working with, and I was wanting to do one-on-one catch-ups, and yet I never seemed to have the time to actually catch up with them. I'd try and set it, and then there were things that came up. Other meetings were more important. There was always interruptions. There were things going on. So I kept on creating this negative spiral of I don't have enough time. And I kept reinforcing to myself, I don't have enough time. And I created less and less time. So who of you, who out there, has also created less and less time? Who of you who have felt like they're in a negative spiral in some way, shape, or form? So I kept going down. I kept on finding trouble, problems, issues with everything that was going on. There was just never enough time to do what I wanted to do. And it wasn't until I found a method of dealing with my emails that inbox started to then go down, that I started to realize that, hey, maybe I do have enough time. Maybe I can possibly do this. And as I started to change that thought pattern to, I do have enough time, things started to happen. Things started to work out. I started to have enough time to do my emails. And then I started to have enough time to catch up with my staff. And then I started to have enough time to actually do the work which I was supposed to be doing, which I was supposed to be doing all day, every day. And the job started to become manageable again. Things started to become enjoyable. And it was only through the change of that thought pattern from I don't have enough time to I do have enough time that I was able to come out of that spiral. So what is important about this is that our mind is actually a question and answer machine. When we ask our mind a question, it gives us an answer. If I ask it a really good question, it will give me a good answer. If I ask a bad question, a negative question, it will give me a negative answer. So when I asked myself, why don't I have enough time? My mind came back and answered it over and over again, showing me all the reasons why I don't have enough time, all these things I've got to do. I've got too many emails, I've got too many catch-up, I've got too many staff, too many projects, too many interruptions. And we ask ourselves that over and over all the time. So many of us ask ourselves the question, oh, why am I not smart enough? Why don't have enough money? Why can't I earn the income that I want? Why is it easy for others? When you ask yourself these questions, your mind reinforces to yourself. It tells you exactly the answers that you're asking it. So why do other people make money and I don't? Well, because of they've got better jobs, they're smarter, all these sort of things start popping up. Your mind will answer the exact question that you're asking it. It's these negative questions that cause that spiral. As we keep asking those negative questions, it keeps spiraling down and down into more and more depression, anxiety, failure, lack of confidence. All these sort of things start falling away as we start recreating these negative patterns. So that's what we're talking about today. So we understand that pattern is happening, so how do we change it? So there's a few tools that I use, but the easiest one, which I'm going to tell you about today, is noticing that you are in that pattern. When you're realizing that you're in that negative spiral and changing that mindset. Now, it's very difficult to do it yourself. It's where you actually want to have a buddy, a friend, a colleague that can just say the words to you. Hey, do you think that you're in a negative spiral? Do you think that you could change the way you're thinking? And it requires you to take the time to set this up with someone if you want to do it that way. But it's first of all noticing it. When you notice it, okay, I'm in this negative spiral, I'm going down, I've got a few notes. Noticing that you're in a spiral, realizing what's going on, figuring out what is the cause of that negative spiral, what's the thing that I'm spiraling on. So for me, I was spiraling on I don't have enough time. When you figure out, okay, I'm spiraling on I don't have enough time, completely reverse it. Turn that statement right around into a positive statement and then ask yourself the question in the positive version of it. How do I have more time today? How could I have more time? How could I be more positive? how could I enjoy my day? What has been great about today? What has been awesome about today? How did I how was I successful yesterday? Start asking positive questions. See, if you ask yourself right now, what was the best thing that happened over the weekend? Your mind will answer that. So just think about that right now. What is the best thing that happened to you over the weekend? And it pops into your head, doesn't it? It comes into your mind. How awesome was this particular thing that you did over the weekend? For me, I went to the gym and I went to this full-on gym class. It was tough, it was hard, and I got through it and I finished it and I felt really good at the end. I felt exhausted and good. Your mind answers whatever questions you ask it. So start asking it better questions. What I'd like you to do is, if you got to the end of this video, thank you very much for staying on there. There's some cool stuff here. What I want you to do is comment below. What has gone really well for you today? So let's practice this. Ask yourself a really good question. What has gone really well for me today? Doesn't matter if someone else has written the response below, if someone else has written exactly the same thing, write it again. Write it for you. Reinforce that positive mindset. Reinforce that you can ask yourself a better question. So for me, I've had a great day today. I've had 2 really cool coaching calls. I've gone through, taken a group coaching call with some awesome people, and I've really enjoyed that. So what's yours today? Comment below, and I'm looking forward to seeing your responses. See ya.